The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the Wednesday, March 5th episode will feature a series of dramatic events that will put the characters in extreme danger. Ambition, jealousy, and dark intentions will create a tragic chain of events that will keep viewers glued to the screen. Here are the most detailed developments of the must-see moments and how the characters will be faced with life or death choices. It all starts when Hope catches a glimpse of overly intimate gestures between Daphne and Carter. Usually someone who restrains herself and tries to maintain a calm image, Hope cannot control her emotions this time. She goes straight to Daphne and exposes what she saw without hesitation. The atmosphere becomes as tense as a string, Hope's tough attitude. As she exposes Daphne, Hope's voice trembles with both anger and pain. She tried to be patient, but the threat of losing Carter made Hope unable to keep her composure. Daphne, on the other hand, was extremely confident. She was not shaken by the accusations. It seemed that in Daphne's eyes, Hope was just a desperate screamer because she was afraid of losing her man. Daphne's cold response revealed her dangerous nature. She would not stop until she achieved her goal. This encounter was the beginning of an increasingly deep conflict between the two women, as both wanted to capture Carter's heart, or more practically, to seize the power he held at Forrester Creations. In a fit of rage, Hope made a shocking statement. She would kill Daphne if she continued to approach Carter. This was not just a temporary threat, but an explosive expression of jealousy and accumulated rage. The threat of murder revealed a dark side of Hope that had never been seen before. Before, she had always been a gentle, affectionate girl who was willing to sacrifice for her family. However, this situation was like the last straw, revealing a different person inside Hope. From the moment she made the threat, Hope took another step down the path of sin. That threat was also a warning bell for Daphne, but ironically, Daphne ignored it. Daphne did not act alone. She had Steffi behind her, with the common goal of overthrowing the old forces at Forrester and asserting a new position. They saw in Carter the ability to control the company, especially when he had a close relationship with the leadership. While Steffi always wanted to protect the family legacy in her own way, Daphne secretly plotted a way to climb the fashion ladder. In the face of Hope's aggression, Daphne did not back down. She saw it as proof that Hope was losing control and was confident that the one who lost her temper first would fail. Carter is a warm-hearted man who always supports Hope in both work and life. However, since Daphne appeared, he seems to have wavered a bit. Carter becomes pensive, sometimes avoiding when Hope talks about the future. At the company, he shares more with Daphne about important projects, making Hope feel hurt and skeptical. Carter's change is like a small crack on the ice, gradually cracking when Hope realizes that he begins to pay more attention to Daphne. This is what ignites Hope's jealousy, which has been simmering for a long time. When things gradually get out of control, Hope realizes that her and her mother's plot to monopolize Forrester Company seems to be facing obstacles. Hope, who wants to gain more power, is distracted by the danger of stealing her lover from Daphne. The plan, instead of being implemented, becomes unfinished because Hope has to deal with Daphne and her emotional insecurities. Daphne's obstruction. By approaching Carter, Daphne inadvertently sabotaged Hope and Brooke's important move. They cannot proceed with the steps to acquire shares and gain control if Carter, who is extremely important, keeps wavering. Steffi and her own calculations. It is impossible not to mention Steffi, who also has the ambition to interfere in the company's internal affairs. The fact that both sides want to control Forrester makes the conflict more intense and difficult to resolve. Finally, the climax came. In a moment of irrationality, Hope decided to find Daphne to solve the problem once and for all. The bloody encounter. Hope met Daphne in a deserted place, probably near Daphne's apartment. Here, the two argued loudly. When Daphne still brazenly challenged, Hope no longer had enough patience. She pulled out a knife and stabbed Daphne, ending her enemy's life. The scary thing was that Hope did not waver after committing the crime. Instead, she appeared extremely decisive, without any hesitation in her actions. This state made viewers shudder because of the change in personality of this seemingly gentle girl. Immediately after killing Daphne, Hope did not panic, but quickly made a meticulous plan to wash her hands. Hope cleaned up all the objects that could have her fingerprints on them, ensuring that the scene only had signs related to Carter. She took Daphne's phone, sent a text message to Carter, imitating Daphne's tone. The content of the text message hit the emotional factor, making Carter immediately go to Daphne's apartment without any suspicion. Hope arranged for Carter's fingerprints to appear in important locations. The whole scene looked like Carter came to see Daphne, the two had a fight, and Daphne was killed at that moment. Carter went to the scene hoping to see Daphne to talk things out, or at least wanted to know why Daphne texted him so suddenly. But he didn't expect to walk into a terrible trap. As soon as he arrived, Carter saw Daphne lying motionless, bleeding profusely. In shock, he rushed to hug her, calling her name nonstop, hoping she was still alive. Hope had time to call the police after arranging everything. When they arrived, there was only one image, Carter holding Daphne's body. With the fingerprints around, Carter became the #1 suspect. Panic and despair. Carter, not understanding what is going on, is confronted by the police with overwhelming evidence. He seems to have no chance to explain or prove his innocence. With Daphne disappearing and Carter arrested, Hope and Brooke are virtually unstoppable in their quest to take control of Forrester Creations. Those who could have stopped them have been eliminated from the game. The absence of Carter, who has a deep understanding of the legal terms and a significant voice within the company, means that Hope and Brooke have an easier time manipulating them. Hope is on the verge of taking the throne, taking control, becoming the new face of the company. But behind the cheers, a terrible crime has taken place and she is the mastermind. Hope's plan is perfect, but no crime can be hidden forever. There are many other characters on The Bold and the Beautiful who can smell something unusual. Will Steffi, who had plans with Daphne, let it be when her ally is suddenly killed and Carter suddenly becomes the murderer? Or will Ridge, Steffi's father, quickly realize a series of suspicious coincidences? In addition to cleaning up the evidence, Hope also has to face her conscience. No one is sure if she can live peacefully when she has blood on her hands. The obsession can erode and make her lose her sanity, gradually revealing loopholes. If Carter finds a talented lawyer or someone who can prove that he has an alibi, all suspicions will be overturned. At that time, Hope's dark secret may be exposed. The March 5th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful promises to explode the broadcast time slot with a series of interwoven plots between love, hatred, and ambition for power. The unexpected twist of Daphne's death, along with Carter being set up to become the murderer, has really raised the level of drama. The biggest question remains: how long will Hope maintain her innocence, and what will happen when the truth comes out? Surely the audience will not be able to take their eyes off the next episodes, when all the knots are gradually pulled tight and the secret is at risk of being revealed at any time. Because The Bold and the Beautiful has never been a place where crimes can be buried forever.